All right, so we talked about the excitement with the Chargers, talked about the excitement with the Trojans. We talked about the excitement of Messi Mania invading LA. And then there's the Angels, which is where I bring in Brandon Deutsch. Not as much excitement. Brandon, what do you make of just everything that's happened to the Angels the past 2 weeks?
I just think it's it's hard to answer. It's a microcosm of everything that's happened over the past 8 years. I mean, this is going to be the ninth straight year finishing well under 500, despite trying to contend in every single one of those years. It's not like a rebuild was ever happening. And they're in the worst position of any team in baseball. I think everybody can agree in that they're going to lose their superstar, Shohei Ohtani, more likely than not. They're paying Mike Trout, Anthony Rendon, who had the comment. I don't know if you read.
We'll get to him. We'll get to him.
He said, I mean, even though he doesn't even speak Spanish, he just speaks English. From what I know, I mean, I don't. Maybe he speaks Spanish, but he's always jawing with reporters and not answering questions and thinking he's not facing the music. That's a whole different conversation. But realistically, Adrian, they're in the worst spot of any team in the MLB. At least the Royals are rebuilding. At least, there's teams, the A's, they're moving to Vegas at some point. They'll have money that they'll spend there. I think they're in the worst position in baseball.
And then I'll let you pick. Do you want to talk about Rendon? Do you want to talk about Ohtani's agent?
I think it's important for people to understand the Rendon situation, and I've been in the clubhouse, and it's usually Sam Blum that goes up to him and asks him for an update on his injury, because ever since hurting his shin in July 4th, I believe he injured his shin. There was blood clots in there. Like, it's been a reoccurring issue. He hasn't even resumed baseball activities for all I know. So Sam, usually from The Athletic, goes up there and talks to him, and we write it down, all the other reporters, what he asks. And he's always like, I have no questions to be answered today. I'm not here. He jokes around. He's always like joking with reporters, not answering questions. And it comes off very condescending and arrogant, and like he doesn't care. And it is a tough situation when you're not producing, you're always hurt, and you're making $35 million a year. And it's the worst contract in baseball. Let's just leave it there by far. Maybe Steven Strasburg, since he retired, and I think the Nationals are still paying him like $25 million, but probably Rendon, because he doesn't play either, even though he's on contract. It's getting to the point with, that came out about him saying no habla inglés when Sam tried to talk to him a few days ago. Just another playful comment, avoiding questions. I wouldn't count out just completely DFAing him or releasing him and giving him the rest of his money on the contract. Like, I wouldn't rule that out, just because this, Adrian. You cover the Aces, you cover a lot of these teams, and you see it in the clubhouse. It matters when you have positive guys. And I'm not saying he's a bad teammate. I don't know how he is around teammates, but I've seen him around media members. And if it's anything of the same, it's just a bad negative connotation for the team. I don't think it works. So I think Artie Moreno, perhaps he'll sell, but it's not looking like he'll sell. Cuts him, because I think that at the end of the day, that'll make the clubhouse and give other guys opportunities if he's just not there, because he never plays anyways.